Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshadharini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivas Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, you want to share me? You want me to share this thing? Some screen or?
We will begin. You can give me co-host, Prabhu, so that if anything
Yeah,
required.
you can anyway host, Prabhu. I'll make you co-host. You can share the screen irrespective of.
Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Bhaktir Bhavatir Naishtaki. Hare Krishna. So we are here now to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam. So I have just selected 10th Canto, 16th chapter. So this is on Krishna chastises the serpent Kaliya. Actually, recently we actually discussed this in our Bhaktivedanta. So I thought this is a very instructive pastime. There are many things to be learned in this. So I thought we will just discuss this. So, so in this chapter, actually, this actually continues after actually Krishna and Balaram, they going for herding cows and kill the demon Dhenukasura. After Dhenukasura is killed, then actually they go back to their house and then they come back. So when they come back, so they are actually playing in the banks of Yamuna, and they become very thirsty, cowherd boys, and then they go and drink the water from river Yamuna. So after they drink, actually everybody fall unconscious. So basically the river Yamuna was actually contaminated with the poison of Kaliya. So they feel unconscious, and just by Krishna's vision on all these cowherd boys, they all come back to life. And Krishna feels very bad for this. So then he's now going to get inside Yamuna and purify Kaliya. So that is where we are. So maybe we can do one thing. Do we need to share, or everybody have Bhagavatam in their hand? I'm not sure. If they have, everybody have Bhagavatam in their hand, then we can continue. 10th Canto, chapter number 16. Krishna chastises the serpent Kaliya.
I think sharing would be better, Prabhuji, if you feel.
Yeah.
I'll share.
Yeah. If you can share, then I can concentrate on my discussion so that I don't get disrupted. Yes. So what we can do is, I would like to do this kind of a discussion plus reading session like that. The whole idea of doing this is to inspire everybody to read Srila Prabhupada books. So we can do that. I will read the verse and then somebody can read the translation purport. If people are not prepared, you can raise the hand and maybe in sequence who would like to read, they can read. Nobody is there, then I will read. No issues. Okay. So then I'll speak a few words or important points on that. And if anybody has any thoughts on it, they can share and then we can go ahead with the next. Okay. Shri Sukha Vacha Vilokya Dushitam Krishna 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 Hina Vibuhu Tasya Visuddhim Anvichan Sarpam Tam Udavashayat. You can go down. You can go to translation. Yes, Satyabhama Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu Dhanavad Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Translation. Shukdev Goswami said, Lord Shri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, seeing that the Yamuna river had been contaminated by the black snake Kaliya, desired to purify the river, and thus the Lord banished him from it.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. So here, in this verse, there is something very unique in this verse. Can somebody find out? Prabhu, can you go to the verse? Just go through this. What is there special in this verse? You go through this. Anybody? You see something special here?
Who is it like Krishnam, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna?
Yes.
So 3 times.
Here we have 3 Krishnas. Krishnam, Krishnaha, Krishna Ahina. Now it looks all same, but here they represent 3. So here it says Krishnaha is Lord Shri Krishna. So then the next is actually, it is called Krishnam. So first Krishnam is actually refers to Yamuna because of her dark color. I don't know how many have been, I think most of you have been in Vrindavan. So you can see Yamuna actually will be in dark blackish color. This actually, you can nicely find out, I think we had been a few number of years before to Prayag, Triveni. So there you can see the 3 rivers converging. That is Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. So there you can see exactly the color of the Yamuna coming and then they merging. So here Krishna is referring to the dark color like Krishna. And it is said that Jiva Goswami explains that because Yamuna is very dear to Krishna, it has taken the color of dark color. Hare Krishna. So then actually Krishna means Krishna is there inside. So that is another Krishna. Then Krishna Hina Vibhuhu. So that is actually, it refers to the black serpent Kaliya. Okay. So something to note here. Yamuna is actually Ganga, Yamuna, they're all same, but still Yamuna is still more powerful. Why? Is actually it is said that Ganges is 100 times powerful than Yamuna is actually 100 times more powerful purifying than Ganges. And it is also, I just heard that by taking bath in Ganges, you purify all your sins. But by taking bath in Yamuna, you not only purify your sins, you purify your piety also. What is purifying piety? If you have a Prabhupada says, uh, if you are pious, then again you have to take a birth. Correct? So it's like, you have given somebody some money as a help. Then next life, to enjoy that, you have to take a birth. You have actually troubled somebody, you have killed somebody, you have stolen something, then again you take a birth to suffer that. Now, by taking birth in Yamuna, you annihilate both. So, anyway, that's some point. And here it is mentioned actually, the Kaliya was actually so poisonous. And actually, that is the reason all snakes are not black. But here, Kaliya was very black because of intense poison. So Krishna thought, let me get inside not only for the benefit of Kaliya purification, but for everybody, so that if it is purified, then all the cowherd boys can take like this. Okay, so this is something which to be noticed. So that is what is mentioned here, called here the word Vibhuhu. What is this? The Almighty Lord wants to purify this. Okay, so this is something which we can do this. Then yes, there's not much purport, so we can go to the next verse. Yes. Shri Rajavacha Katam Antarjale Agade Nyagrihnaat Bhagavanahim Savai Bahu Yugavasam Yatha Siddviprakatyatha.
Can I read, Prabhu?
Please, yeah.
King Parikshit inquired, O learned sage, please explain how the Supreme Personality of Godhead chastised the serpent Kaliya within the unfathomable waters of the Yamuna, and how it was that Kaliya had been living there for so many ages. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here Parikshit is actually asking. Katyatha means actually, you please explain. So it is mentioned that the glories of Krishna and his devotees and anything related to Krishna is very powerful. Now, how it is, in what way it is powerful, that's what is very important. It will purify us. So here Parikshit is asking Sukadeva Goswami that how Krishna subdued Kaliya and those details. So So that way it is a conversation. You see, most of the Vedic literature, important scriptures are all discussions between two great devotees. Bhagavad Gita is discussion between anybody?
Arjuna and
Yes, it is Arjuna and Krishna. Bhagavatam,
Sukadeva and
Parikshit
Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj.
yes, Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit. Now, Vishnu Sahasranam,
Bhishma and Krishna.
yeah, it was actually interaction between Yudhishthira and Bhishma, and then Bhishma actually comes up with Vishnu Sahasranam. So that way you see here in the discussion, Parikshit is asking Sukadeva Goswami to explain. Avasham means here, Jiva Goswami mentions that that for many years, so many ages. So how he was living, so he was asking a question, so which we'll be discussing. So then Parikshit is actually calling here all learned sages. So in this regard, actually, Yagnavalkya mentions, written by Jiva Goswami, Janmano Brahmano Neyah Samskarir Dvija Uchate Vidyaya Yati Vipratvam Tribihi Shrotriya Lakshana. So, who is a Vipra? Janmana Jayate Sudra. So then, by Samskare Dvija. By Samskara, he becomes a Dvija Brahmana. So that's why actually the Brahmanas, one of the important duty, actually there are 6 in numbers. Prabhupada writes a Brahmana's duty. Anybody? There is a verse also, it says Satkarna Nipuno Vipuro Mantra Tantra Visharadaha. Satkarma. A Brahmana, he does 6 things. Anybody?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
Satyam, Saucham,
No, they are
Titesha,
actually
that's
qualities. Thank you for your
what it is.
efforts, Deepa
Yes.
Mataji. It is actually qualities. But what I am asking is, Brahmana Varna, they have 6 work, which is described Brahmana's work. Anybody?
Their dharma is to spread the name of the Lord always.
Okay. Yeah, no, not that. Anyway, that is also part of it. But they have 6 duties.
Teaching is one of the primary duty.
Okay. Yeah, that is there. But Prabhupada writes,
Studying Vedas, Prabhu.
yes.
Studying Vedas.
Pata, Pata, Yaja, Yagna, Dhana, Pratigraha. This is Prabhupada writes like this. That's called Satkarna Nipuno Vipro Mantra Tantra Visharadaha. So, one of the thing is he should be well learned. Anyway, we will not go for everything. We don't have time. So, Brahmana means we should be well learned. And a Vaishnava is a Brahmana. So now we should be well learned. And that is possible because of Srila Prabhupada's mercy. Everything Prabhupada has actually concisely given in the Prabhupada's books. So that's why we have to read Srila Prabhupada books very scrutinizingly. So here Prabhupada talks about, so here Parikshit is inquiring, please. So Here, Sanatana Goswami explains Vipra Katyatham, right? So Vipra is learned Brahmana. So another meaning Sanatana Goswami says Vipra is also one who satisfies all desires. Because a learned devotee, a learned person, by humbly surrendering to him and inquiring and making everything, he can satisfy all the desires. That's why what we say at the end of Mangalarati, we say, Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So, by being humble and serving the Vaishnavas, and if the Vaishnavas desires and bestows mercy upon the person, all his desires can be fulfilled. Okay, so that is actually the of Sanatana Goswami. Okay, so we will continue to verse number 3. Some verses don't have, I think some verses we don't have purport. We will go to the third verse. Brahman Bhagavatastasya Bhumnaha Swachandavartinaha Gopalodhara Charitam Kastripyetamritam Jushan. Yes, please go ahead.
Manibhushan Prabhu, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Unmute and go ahead, Prabhu. Manibhushan Prabhu.
Sorry. Yeah. So, O Brahmana, the unlimited Supreme Personality of Godhead freely acts according to his own desires. Who could be satiated when hearing the nectar of the magnanimous pastimes he performed as a cowherd boy in Vrindavana?
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. So here, Parikshit is asking you, please narrate the pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan. So, generally itself, anything about Krishna is nectarian. Then it is Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's incarnations, they're all nectarian. But then Krishna's pastime is very more nectarian, and Krishna's pastime in Vrindavan. We have Krishna's pastime in Mathura, Krishna's pastime in Dwaraka. Krishna's pastime in Vrindavan is most the nectarian. And especially Krishna's pastime in Vrindavan as a cowherd boy. Correct? Because we know that Krishna stayed in Vrindavan for 11 years, 8 months, something like that. Then after that, he stayed in Mathura for another 10, 11 years. Then the balance of 125 years of his stay in the material world. So he was in Dwaraka and Hastinapur, right? So here he's asking specifically Gopalodhara Charitam. So it is nectarian that to hear. So Gopal means one who gives protection to the cows. Govinda means one who gives pleasure to the cows. So Gopala Udara Charitam Kastripyetamritam Jushan. So it is mentioned, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that when you hear about the pastimes of the Lord, especially about Krishna's pastime as a cowherd boy, it's like, no, it nourishes the senses of the hearer and bring joys to the heart. So that is why it's very important that when we discuss Krishna Katha, and especially you need to be fully focused, then you can be fully blissful. So it's like, in your mind, nothing else should be there. fully concentrating on the katha, fully absorbing in the discussion, then many things will be revealed. And that is also what? It is actually very nourishing the senses. We think money will nourish me. Right? That's why Prahlad, what is he says? Anybody says about money? From Bhagavatam, can anybody tell what is Prahlad says about money? Okay, money is sweeter than honey. So we are behind the money, but we have to be behind Krishna Katha. So that Krishna Katha will satisfy utmost to our heart. It is, see, more than satisfying to our heart, it is actually getting rid of the miseries is possible by discussing Krishna Katha. Right? Now everybody is busy. Why everybody is busy? I have this problem, I have to go and address it. I have this health problem, I have to address it. So we are very busy trying to solve our problem. But very simply we can solve. How? Simply you do Krishna Katha. Oh, that's all. Huh? That's all. If it is very simple for us, it is, oh, that's not possible. But it is possible. Which is the shloka gopis tell on this regard? Anybody? Anybody wants to?
Tava katha amritam.
Yes.
Yes.
Tava kathamritam
Amritam
tapta
tapta
jivanam kavibiriditam kalmashapakam shravanamangala Srimada tatha bhuvi grinanti ye bhuridha jana. So this is gopis they are singing, and this is actually repeated by Prataparudra Maharaj when he was massaging Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet in the Jagannath Vallabha garden when Mahaprabhu used to take rest. So here he says, Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam. It is actually Jiva. It is the Jivanam. For us, Jivanam is food. We are in Annamaya. Right? If we don't eat food, we will be very tired. But for the exalted souls, the Jivanam is Kathamritam. Tapta Kavibiriditam Kalmashapakam. That it is actually it also gives you opulence and also kalmasha. It will annihilate all miseries. Right? So Krishna Katha is very important. And we have to spend our energy in hearing about Krishna. So we have to, that's what is to be learned here. Okay, Prabhu. So we'll go. Anybody has questions or any thoughts or comments, you can raise your hand and you can share your thoughts. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. We can go to the next. Shri Shukavacha Kalindyam Kali Yasyasid Hridhaha Kaschit Visagnina Shrapyamana Yasmin Patanti Uparigha Kaha.
If nobody else.
Yes, go ahead.
Satyabhama Mataji, go ahead. Satyabhama Mataji, go ahead.
Okay, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sri Shukadev Goswami said, within the river Kalindi, Yamuna, was a lake inhabited by a serpent Kaliya, whose fiery poison constantly heated and boiled its waters. Indeed, the vapors thus created were so poisonous that the birds flying over the contaminated lake would fall down into it.
Yes, you can read the purport also.
Okay, Prabhuji. In this regard, the Acharyas explained that the Kalia lake was situated apart from the main current of the river. Otherwise, the Yamuna's water would have been poisonous even in cities like Mathura and in other places further away.
Yeah, so there is some topographical explanations. So the Yamuna, it starts from where? It starts from Yamunotri, and from there it passes through uh, uh, places like Hastinapur and other things, and comes to Mathura, and then comes to Vrindavan. So here it is mentioned that only that particular branch was affected because Kalia was living there. And here it is mentioned that it is a fiery poison. You see, we will go back to the history, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes regarding different anarthas by different demons. You all know that each anarthas is represented. So here, Kalia actually represents the anartha of envy, cruelty, malice, destructive competitiveness. So this is what is mentioned in the anartha, this thing, the anartha nivritti, different anarthas. So generally, any snake, if Prabhupada writes that somebody is very envious, so the next life they become a snake. So then you just think, no, Kalia was so poisonous, means how much envious would have been in the previous life. So that is what is mentioned here. So I'm just reading Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's explanation. According to Hari Vamsa, the lake in the Yamuna was about 1 yojana wide, situated in the south part, where the Yamuna currents did not flow. If it were not so, the poisonous waters would have also inconveniently flowed towards the resident of Mathura. So the waters of the lake were boiling hot. Appa. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says it's boiling. Yeah, we know when we are envious, our heart is boiling. How to pull that guy down? So anyway, these are some lessons we can take. Yeah, so we can go to the next. Yes, Dhruva Kumar, they can read. Viprusmatha visaddormi marutena apimarshitaha mriyante tiragayasya praninaha sthira jankamaha.
Dhruv Prabhu, please go ahead.
Yeah, Prabhu. The wind blowing over the deadly lake carried droplets of water to the shore. Simply by coming in contact with that poisonous breeze, all vegetation and creatures on the shore died. Okay,
Yes, yeah.
Perfect. The word Tira, unmoving creature, refers to various types of vegetation, including trees and Jangama. And Jangama refers to moving creatures such as animals, reptiles, birds, and insects. Srila Sridhara Swami has quoted a further description of this lake from Sri Harivamsha, that is Vishnu Parva 11.42, 44 and 46. Should I read this also, Prabhu?
Yeah, maybe you can skip the shlokas, probably a lot of shlokas are there. Just read the points.
Okay. The lake was quite wide, 8 miles across at some point, and even the demigods could not cross over it. The water in the lake was very deep and, like the immense depth of the ocean, could not be escaped. Approaching the lake was difficult, for its shores were covered with holes in which serpents lived. All around the lake was a fog generated by the fire of the serpent's poison, and this powerful fire would at once burn up every blade of grass and happen to fall into the water. For a distance of 8 miles from the lake, the atmosphere was most unpleasant. Srila Sanatana Goswami states that by the mystical science of Jalastamba, making solid items over water, Kalia had built his own city within the lake.
Hare Krishna. What a powerful serpent. Huh? It can actually build a city within the lake. Sanatana Goswami says it's called Jalastamba. You see, the more you learn about all this material knowledge, our desire to go back to Godhead will go off. You can construct a mystical city within the lake. So that is one point. And another point is actually, see, I think we all have gone to, many would have gone to Mayapur and all. So we can see maybe it is half a kilometer or something like that. I still remember when we went to Kanainatshala. We were actually, there are two ways you can go to Kanainatshala. I think from Ramakeli, you have to go and we can take a bus and go. And when we were actually going, we were taking a boat and reaching Kanainatshala. It was so wide. It is easily we can see around 1 or 2 kilometers. And here it says 8 miles. How much 8 miles? I think 1 mile is 0.8 kilometers, something like that. So it should be around 10 kilometers.
10 kilometers.
Just even imagine with this. And it is mentioned how it was very powerful. The poison was so powerful, it can actually damage the all vegetations nearby. You see, some things which we can learn from this is Krishna says, Prakriti Purushosti, Prakriti Sajangunan Karanam Gunasangasya Sat Asat Janma Yonishu. So before Krishna speaks about the 14th chapter, three modes of material nature, the 13th chapter, he talks about how the good and bad comes. It is the type of a guna you associate. So, just by the poison of Kalia, the nearby vegetations got polluted. What to speak about somebody goes inside? And that's what happened actually. They took the water, drank, and they fell unconscious, and then Krishna has to save. So, it is also was mentioned that no, even the birds which were flying around it got testing. So, this is how the material world is. However you associate, accordingly will take. So, if you associate with a poisonous person of malice in the heart, you will also get contaminated. I just stuck and it comes to my mind about Kaikeyi in Ramayana. There was mother of Lord Ramachandra, Kaushalya. And Kaikeyi was like, not the direct mother, but still she had a motherly affection. And it is mentioned that she had equally love with Lord Ramachandra, sometimes more. And she was very happy. She was actually very happy that next day Ramachandra is going to be enthroned as a king because Dasarath wanted to just, relinquish his responsibility and give it. So she was very happy. The whole Ayodhya was happy. Only one person was not happy. It was, yeah, Kaikeyi. Sorry, Mantra was the assistant of Kaikeyi. So anyway, it's a big story. So she went and said, "Are you a fool? What are you doing?" He said, "Why?" He said, "Why are you so happy? Tomorrow, Lord Ram is going to become a king." Then slowly she's injecting the poison, correct? She was fully clear, correct? But he said, "What will happen?" Basically, Mantra was actually her position, she was very fearful. If actually Lord Ramachandra becomes a king, then Kaushalya will get more prominence. Then Kaikeyi becomes less prominent. Then what will happen to my position? You see how the graph is working. So she started injecting into the mind. You're a fool, like this, like this. You see, when poison comes, she was actually, uh, she said, first she didn't agree. Who didn't agree? Kaikeyi said, "Hey, no, 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 not like that." Then later, after speaking for some time, Kaikeyi said, "Okay, now what is the hope for me?" Then she is telling that you got a bone, no? Use the bone. So, you see, if you get contaminated, and then gradually that contamination will give you the strength to become more contaminated. So then she said, "Hey, you know, your husband gave me a word that whenever you want, you can ask anything." So everything mantra is giving out. So that's how it is. Even in Krishna consciousness, we should be very careful. When you are dealing with devotees, you should not, people who are not very sincere, we should have a loving distance with them. If you deal with them, if you talk to them, then the poison will go and your enthusiasm for your Krishna consciousness will be hampered. So this is something which we can think about it as a lesson. Take it. Okay. So it is 9 o'clock. I thought last 5-10 minutes, any discussion or questions we can do, if anything. So I thought this is the model we can read and also discuss. So if you want in the few further weeks, different model, we can look into it. But this is fine, I think. This is how we discuss in Bhakti Vaibhav and Bhakti Vedanta like this. So you read Prabhupada books at the same time, you get some contents also. Okay? Yes. We'll go till maximum 9:15. Huh? Yes.
Mr. Prabhu, you want to ask something?
Rajesh Adas.
Yes, Prabhu. I have one clarification I require. So,
Yes.
Prabhu, you're just saying the loving distance, that people who are not like envious with the Lord or something. I understand that, Prabhu, but I'm just getting confused on that. The few people are, it's not completely envious. They have that bhakti, but that's material things like that, worshipping the demigods and that uh, other gods and all. They are just praying. So if I'm just keep the distance with those people, how can I preach them? How can I just convert them to into that, bring them into the Krishna consciousness?
Yeah, what is it loving distance means? It matters is it's like, it is not that you can't preach to them, talk to them, anything. It is such a way that their influence doesn't come to you. That is what I meant. You
Yeah,
can always speak to them and preach to them. But you always see to their thought process and
yes,
their
ma'am.
influence doesn't come into your
I agree.
consciousness. So at least in the initial days, initial level, we should be careful. But when you grow up in your Krishna consciousness, when you become very stronger, then it is fine. You can approach any kind of people and talk to them and do this.
Yes,
But you should be very confident that their influence doesn't influence you.
yes, Prabhu. I agree that influencing skill, some people have the naturally they are having, which I may not have that much of influencing skill. That's there only I'm just have a problem because I'm not that much confident I can influence that person, even though I just can put it. But yeah, that sometimes some of the situations they are very strong. What the points they are put upon that time I'm struggling. Those kind of
Yeah,
situations.
see, first thing is before you preach, first you should protect yourself. Then comes other things, helping others. In the name of preaching, if you're losing your morale and your enthusiasm, another thing. Because
Can
see,
we
that's why it is said, Guru Maharaj in the olden days lectures I used to hear. You go to preaching, no? You come back and you do deity worship. No, you offer arati, because by doing the deity worship, your all your negative influences will be cleared off. So sometimes we see when you preach, after preaching, talking to them of this thing, you'll feel very low in nature. That means their aura has influenced you. So that's why we have to be very, very strong in our Krishna consciousness. Because even when they speak, that that energy is getting passed to you. That is why it is said Mayavada Sarvanasham. It is mentioned, Prabhupada writes in the purport, Mayavada Basya Sunilo Sarvanasham. It said that, better you don't hear anything from a Mayavadi. Just by hearing from him, that's all. Your inclination for bhakti will go off. For heaps and heaps for years of years, which you have developed, within a second it will go off, the service attitude, by dealing with the Mayavadi. Because the Mayavadi thinks he is Narayan. So then after talking to him, you will also think, why I also can become Narayan. Right? So that we should be very careful. Okay, bro?
thank you, Prabhu.
Yes. Anybody else?
Satyabhama Mataji, you want to ask question or?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much for the wonderful class, Prabhu. Prabhu, I had one doubt that Yamuna River is said to be very pure. Like Vrajvasis take bath in that, Lord Krishna takes bath in that. And just because of the influence of Kaliya, how can the nature of Yamuna get impure? That is my question. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So, see, in the pastimes of the Lord, it's like if that way, if you see in Vrindavan, it is Krishna's presence, how demons can come. So these are all pastimes. Like then everything, it is said that, the Lord's pastimes are true transcendental. That, no, it is the arrangement of Yogamaya to create a kind of a pastime, and then it's like, no, if the demons come, then the Vrajavasis, they become fearful, and Krishna, they take shelter of Krishna, and then Krishna protects them. So it is the part of a pastime. So even though in Vrindavan there is no negative influences can happen, but it is the pastime, and it is mentioned. I'm just reading in one of the purport that the cowherd boys will be continuously playing with Krishna. And Prabhupada is writing in the purport, because this is not Prabhupada's this thing. After 14th chapter, it's all written by disciples of Srila Prabhupada. So there it is mentioned to give a transcendental variegatedness, because variety is mother of enjoyment, correct? So they are only playing, simply playing with Krishna. The Yogamaya potency creates a little variety by sending a demon, so that Krishna has to take a break and then fight with the demon. Then they come to remembrance that it's their time for eating their lunch. Otherwise, they'll keep on fighting only. They're only playing. So they will take lunch, they'll kill the demon, take lunch, and then start playing again. So these are all very transcendental. We cannot understand. So these are all part of the pastime. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna, Prabhu. Dhanavad Pranam.
Yes, Balaji.
Prabhuji, a small question. Usually, like in investment, we always hear about mutual fund, SIP, and lump sum, right? Similarly, while reading scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, is it recommended to do it like every day 10 minutes, or we can also try to do it as a marathon session wherein we try to complete more and more uh, pages? What is the recommendation, Prabhu? Is there any recommended
It's
way of reading?
recommended actually. It is, we may say, Prabhu, I don't have time. On Saturday, Sunday, I will read 1 hour, 2 to 2 hours, and weekdays, don't have time. That's fine. In the beginning stages, you can do that. But it is said that Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. It is Nityam. So, ideal way is to read Bhagavatam, read scriptures every day. That is best. Now, you may say because of my office and other things, and that's how BBT has come up with the Transcend app. Please purchase. You have an audio book, you have an e-book. So for Matajis who are actually in cooking, they don't have time taking everything during cooking. You can switch on, and then Prabhupada's translation, Prabhupada's purport, shloka, everything is read. So it becomes easy that you read Srila Prabhupada books. Okay. So recommended is to read every day. Now what will happen? You may say 5 days I am fully busy. 6th and 7th. Maya is very powerful. 5 days it will drench you such a way the 6th and 7th day will never come. So it's very powerful. So better don't give way to Maya that Saturday, Sunday I will read. Hmm? So better ideal is this, Prabhu. Initially, okay. Initial days is okay. But ideally, every day you read. And I have given you some ways also. I don't know how many of you here have
Yes.
Transcendent purchased. Anybody? Nobody? Hare Krishna. It's very nice. You should. It's a great investment. Actually, what is that Prabhu's name? I forgot. Tirtha. I don't remember the Prabhu's name. He was the project manager. They invested around 50 crores or 100 crores because they have to set up a full audio model. They recite all the 18,000 shlokas, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, all the books available in Transcendent. So I kindly
Hare
request you get two
Hare Krishna,
licenses you
Prabhu.
get. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I have purchased, Prabhu.
Yeah, good. Thank you, Mataji. Yes, so you have two licenses. Like no one family can buy it, and so husband and wife they can load in two logins. When I got this, no, immediately the second day I purchased because it was nice. Like no, during walking and all, no, I play this. We hear some lectures. See what happens now. There are so many audio lectures here there, but we should always see to that we always associate with Srila Prabhupada every day. And the best way is one is hearing Prabhupada's lecture, and another way is to hear the Prabhupada's purports and translation. So hope Balaji Prabhu got some idea how to make your plan of reading. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Yes,
One more
last.
time.
We have
Prabhu,
3 more minutes.
before Rajeshwar Prabhu, I think Samriddhi Mataji want to ask something. So, Samriddhi
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, first I would like to say that I feel my question is that I'm very first I'll start by showing my gratefulness towards the entire Krishna community and the whole path that I have followed. So I have come to a hostel where I'm not able to connect with the devotees. I used to learn from Prabhujis and Matajis. So how can I lead my Krishna consciousness journey while I am in a hostel now? Is my
Now
question.
it's a AI world, technology world, media world. I don't need to tell you. Huh?
Yes,
So you can be always connected. It's like, so easy. Everything, gadgets are there. You can always, one is association is you can always call some devotees. You are saying you are in a hostel.
yes, sir.
I don't think they will have any restriction in calling devotees and speaking through phone. Is there any issue?
No, Prabhuji, that's not
Yeah,
an issue.
you can always speak to devotees and I think you are in the hostel, correct? And you are in hostel now, or
Yes, Prabhuji.
yeah, you are attending the Zoom meeting. What is the problem? So these are all associations. See, don't think association means physically associating with them is not association. See, now for example, we are all around 54 of them are there. This is association where there's Krishna Katha going on. We are exchanging our thoughts, consciousness. Now, let us say you are coming back on a Saturday, Sunday, you are coming to the temple, and then you are associating with a Prabhuji or some Mataji. Okay. And now you are associating, and then you are asking, how was your last 5 days? Where and all you went? What and all you ate? This is your conversation. And then you go back. Do you think that is association? You physically associated. You may say, I asked only for, which prasadam you ate. Maybe they would have told you I had a pizza. Then that would have created more anxiety. I didn't eat pizza.
Yes,
So that's not
Prabhuji.
association. Association means discussing something Krishna consciousness, Krishna Katha, and then to inspire each other by having association means you feel inspired. So that you can do, that you can do being in devotees like this online also.
Okay,
Hope you
Prabhuji.
got some
Thank you,
idea,
Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, my second question would be, out of curiosity, I'm asking this, and I would say that Lord Krishna tells us that the world is an illusion, it's a Maya, and we are working towards liberation. We are working towards getting liberated through birth and death cycle. Then, why does Vedic tradition promote a family life procreation? If we are working towards liberation, then why do we promote family life procreation?
You see, I don't know, you have heard about Varnashrama Dharma, Varna Ashrama. You have heard about Varnashrama?
No, Prabhuji.
No, okay. So it's a long topic just to make it shorter. You see, society is classified, correct? We can't put everybody together. So even in our normal society also, we have by the model of caste, creed. No, you are this caste, you are this creed. This is how we make it. But it is mentioned in those days the classification of the society is by Varna and Ashrama. So Varna is actually, Krishna says, Chaturvarna Maya Shishtam Guna Karma Vibhagashah. So depending upon my guna and karma, we have Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So everybody have a different nature. And coming back to family life, the 100 years of life is actually classified as brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, and sannyas. So now, coming to, you may say that everybody can be a brahmachari and go back to Godhead. then it's like, there is no individuality, correct? The whole world is actually working on individuality. Everybody have their own natures and how they deal, how making it. So everybody will not take it up instantly. Now we are there 50 devotees, like, no, everybody may not go back to Godhead in this lifetime. Some may have material desires and Krishna will fulfill that. So the whole point is Krishna wants to take to the path of liberation by your own accord. Not that by a compulsion, everybody just put a revolver here that you become liberated, correct? Then again you go back, you will not serve Krishna out of love. Only purified souls who are perfectly purified and transformed their consciousness will go back to Krishna Loka. So everybody will take their own pace of purification. So then they will take of their own accord. We are now talking only within devotees. I'm saying that, you go and talk to outside people, you please come to the class. They said no time. So it is difficult. They may not come. So everybody will not have that desire. And then it is not possible everybody to come to the path of Krishna consciousness or path of renunciation and take it up and go back to Godhead. So Krishna gives various options. He gives different yogas. We know Bhakti Yoga is important. The yoga ladder is what? You have Karma Kanda, then you have Karma Yoga. In that we have Nishkama Karma, Sakama Karma, then you have Jnana Yoga, you have Dhyana Yoga. Then comes Bhakti Yoga. Correct? So Krishna gives variety so that everybody over a period of time get purified. Okay, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, I think what to do? Rajesh Prabhu has maybe we all. My plan was 8:15 to 9:15. We all feel that it's late. They can drop off, and then we can end with Rajeshwar Dwarkesh Prabhu's question. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danda Pranam.
Yes,
Thank you so
Prabhu.
much for your wonderful association in the class. Really nice. Prabhuji, my question was related to the subtle ego. So when we see, I'm talking about myself. When I see non-devotees, somewhere inside the mind always tells us, I am better off. I'm in a better position. They are on a lower position. So this is happening very subtly all the time inside. So today or yesterday, I read a quote by Radhanath Swami Maharaj where he said that when you see others, non-devotees, you should never think that we are better off, but we are fortunate and we should try to give this fortune to them also. So it was actually a shocking statement for me. And then I realized reading that I have it so ingrained inside that I am a devotee and I'm better off. So how can I address it effectively? Otherwise, this ego will keep on rising. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So the answer is that thought comes means you're a normal person. So see, all these influences are because of the body. So as long as we have this body, you will have the ego, you think I am better, everything. And by the process of Krishna consciousness, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, you purify. So we should gradually become very conscious whenever you think. See, Prabhu, what happens is everything comes by practice. Correct? So practice makes man perfect. Now you are now conscious, correct? That see, I'm feeling I'm better than others. Now you have come to that conscious level. Now you need to start work on it that I should not think like that. So then you have to pray to Krishna, and then you think that, I should not think like this. And then gradually you come to the level that whomever you see, he's better than me. So it is like, that they'll teach you in the habit management, character management, how you slowly change your habits. So like that, gradually you climb the ladder and practice that make it. So that's why Vaishnava is adosha darshi. So generally we are dosha darshi. We always see the faults. So we see others all good habits. So you see that why you feel other person is I am better than other person, because you see you are better, you are good, and you see the other's fault. But a Vaishnava sees his own fault and he sees others' betterness. Because now still we think that I have this good quality, I am better, I do this, do this, do this. So you see others and you see their shortcomings, you think I am better. Now you need to do an inverse proportional. That's all. How it will happen? That your effort. Ye yata mam prapadyante tamstataiva bhajamiham. Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that I have so much of lust, I have envy. All the acharyas talk like that. So we may think that they are just Shuma telling in the words, but actually they are telling from the heart. Because body is like that. Whoever has body, they will think like that. But one who in consciousness thinks that I'm not the body, the soul, we have to bring our consciousness to the soul's nature. Okay, Prabhu? So by slow practice, you can come to that level.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Prabhu. We'll stop here.
Yeah, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you. I think it is getting extended. I'm not sure what is your schedule, Prabhu. So thank you so much for your valuable association, Prabhu. So we look forward to next week continuing this pastimes of Kaliya, Prabhu. We'll hear you again continuously next week again, same time.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Hare Krishna. Chakalpataru
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Wonderful discussion. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna,
Srimad
Prabhuji.
Bhagavatam
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Jai.
Padaki Go Premanande.
Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.